BCS, what's going on, brother? You're the first one here. Hey, bro, I really appreciated you coming on the show the other day. I really enjoyed having you there, too. That was totally cool. So, I'm the one that's been pretty much grabbing all the people or asking people to come on, right? So, I asked My Silver Journey if he wanted to come on, but it's just too late for him to come, right? So, he's not going to come, but I kind of reached out a little further, see if I could grab somebody who has got a little bit of influence in the stacking community, quite a bit. And I reached out to because I've seen him in my lives before. I reached out to Stacking Server, and he's going to come on. Not this week coming up, because this week coming up is FJ Stacker, but he's going to come on the next week after that. What's going on, Mishi? Hi, Raspberry. How are you? How you doing, Mishi? So I thought that was a pretty good land. You know, I like I said, I've seen him in my lives before, so thought I'd reach out to him. He said it sounds like fun. Said it sounds like fun. He asked what we're going to talk about. I said, dude, we're just going to be talking about metals, but ask you why you started stacking. Kind of how you started stacking and got into it, and just kind of ask you some questions and see where you're at. I mean, you got quite a bit of influence. You have over 15,000 followers. So and he's into finance. At his normal job, he's in finance, so he kind of knows some stuff. Thought it'd be cool to have somebody like that on the show. Might be too early for our show, but you never know. I mean, that'd still be cool having him there. He might bring other viewers as well, which would be cool. But if he doesn't, just asking him questions and you know getting to know him a little better as a stacker, that'd be cool. 1,000 people or something like that. So I thought it'd be all right. Who knows? What's up, Woodsy? Yeah, well, you'd love to have my day, bro. It was like 50 something degrees today. What's a stacker? A stacker is somebody who, instead of puts money away in a bank account every week, they put money away in precious metals. Things like silver rounds, depending on what their levels are or what they're interested in. gold. You know, just depending on what their flavor is. I prefer the cold over the heat myself, Kings. You know, then you got some pre-33 action. Love this coin. You know, if you really want to get jiggy with it, get yourself a gold panda. You know, so gold, silver. Some people stack other things like copper. I don't stack copper, but you know, I kind of acquire it, so it's around anyways. That's right, you can move snow and you can dress for cold, but you can only take off so much. That's how I look at it, anyways. Lead, I stack, yeah, I stack some FMJs. I have some lead as well, but for the most part, I stack FMJs. Lead's definitely more of a self-defense round. So I'm actually expecting to see somebody pop in from over off of Whatnot. And there she is. Hi, Susie. How are you? Everybody, this is Susie, or Susan, as her tag calls it. She came over from Whatnot. She was over in a buddy of mine's chat, and I've known her for a while now, chatting back and forth. That's all right. She's a mod over on Whatnot for a few people's channels. Super cool chick. Make sure you welcome her in like she's a stacker, because she is. So, I got some silver dimes in. Not a lot, but a few. And I got a 1/10 ounce round, which is actually pretty cool because this is an actual sovereign coin. Oh, yeah. I got this from a guy who makes. This is a 50-cent piece and it's a ring. He makes these. His name is 3D Woodworks. I'm actually working on getting Nick one. He wants a Morgan. But he gave me this. And this is poured by a guy named Capital Currency. This is the third one he poured. And it's 1.44 troy ounces of silver. But I got a bunch of pours. You know, you got my 500 subscriber bar. A guy named FG Stacker poured this for us. Yeah, 3D Woodworks, man. A guy named FG Stacker poured this for me. What's going on, A3? I gave one of these away when I hit 500 and had a 500 subscriber party. So the community here is pretty deep, Susie. What's going on, Richard? Yeah, Richard, I don't know what the alien did to you the other night, but yeah, LBS put you on silent for a little bit there. But yeah, Susie, so I do a show. I mean, I'm on most of the time. I also have a show on Sunday nights called The Metal Mob. Me and a few other guys get together. Liberty Bleeds Silver and Cartier Silver, who actually poured a lot of this stuff. This is a silver shovel. I only talk on Whatnot or on YouTube. I keep the platforms pretty separate. I mean, I talk about both because I do sell over there, but when I'm on YouTube, I'm pretty much just talking about metals. I'm not selling. And this alien, his name is Bob, and he holds this thing on lock for me. Yes, I sell on Whatnot. Actually, I was one of the ways that Chad got to 1,000 sales. Is I promoted his channel a couple of times. Yeah, it is, bro. It is BCS. I get it. Good night, bro. Have a good night. Yep. Hey, BCS. Bob needs a girlfriend. Yeah, my shows. I'm gonna have a show tomorrow, Susie. I run one or two shows a week. It just depends on what day it is, and I don't want to be held down by it. Hope to dunk your sticker in the creek Saturday and less working. Nice. A3, you're going prospecting. Awesome, buddy. I actually panned a couple of pay dirts recently. I got an extra little half gram I put inside the vial. So it's not much, but it is something. You know, it all adds up. I finally got my Culver, got a couple of Culver Patreon pay dirts in, and I got a bag from TO. Actually, the bag from TO is pretty sick, man. It does all that up. Check this out. This silver that I got in the bag from TO. I will tag you, Susie. Here, I'm going to make you blue too. So you can pop into other people's channels and check out their stuff just by clicking on their name. So if you want to pop in other people's channels and like and subscribe, you can. If you're interested. You have a good night too. I will talk to you later, Susie. Thank you for stopping by. What's going on, Nick? Hugs to you too, Susie. I'll talk to you later. You should listen to our song before you go to bed, Susie. You got to be up by the crack of 2. So somebody passed away, Raspberry? Let me see here. I think I saw that in there. Where was it? Sybil Faulty passed away. '93 is a long life. 93 is a long life. What's going on, brother? What's going on, Cartier? So yeah, FG Stacker on Sunday on LBS's channel, and I'll have Stacking Surfer over on my channel the following week. Totally awesome land, in my opinion. Having the Stacking Surfer come on, totally cool. Bearhead looks pretty cool, Nick. Man, I hope I win something over on Chad's channel. What ultra are you talking about? Yeah, I got number 10. So hopefully I win something big. With that shiny reverse Morgan would be cool. I would take that. It's just a piece of 90%, but I'll take it. Maybe it's a full one. I got a reverse Buffalo that's pretty cool too, so. Trying to figure out what altar that guy was talking about. He says that altar is stupid. What altar are we talking about, Steve? You won a 3-ounce round from last night from Jenny Sweetheart? That's awesome, Cartier. Nice. Even cooler. That makes it free money you didn't have to spend. There's a bank race that you forgot about. Money you already spent. And it paid off. Pant Steve has 11 subscribers. He joined 11 years ago and he has no videos, no timeouts, no hides. Pant Steve, do you have anything to say for yourself? You got like 10 seconds to put something in chat. Oh, that's awesome, bro. Raspberry is a great. Hey, Chew, what's going on? You actually said hey, y'all instead of just a wave. That's awesome. Raspberry is a great supporter. She is in most of my lives. I've got some silver here that I need to send her. So I got a whole bunch of stuff for her. Raspberry's great. She sent my kid something for her birthday. They're actually pen pals now. So you guys make sure you're following Raspberry as well. You guys should all follow each other because small channels got to stick together. We got to build each other up. You, Joseph. Good for you. means you stopped beating it on stuff, stopped hitting it on stuff. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Cartier, I gotta message you when we're done. I am having a great evening, Neil. How are you? Joseph, that is excellent news that your wound is all healed up, though. That is excellent news, bro. It's definitely something to celebrate. If it was VG or not, if it's only $25, you're still picking it up. You know, because you had over $25 worth of silver in that piece alone, even if it is VG State or even a slick. So I'd have picked it up too. Yeah, that is clearly under melt. Yeah, I would have picked it up for sure. Never broke penny. Never broke. When you say under melt, what that means, Raspberry, is under the price of the actual melt value of the coin. So he made money the minute he bought it. Yes, Morgans are 90%, Neil. So if you have a certain amount of precious metals in it, the melt value is what the precious metals value is melted, right? So that Morgan has $37 worth of melted silver in it. The other 10% is copper. So like your 50-cent piece that Cartier Silver sent you, this is just a Morgan. So you'll see what a Morgan is soon enough. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good pickup. Like I said, I'd have picked that up all day. Yeah, see, coins which have a dollar value, right? They have a dollar value on the coin or on the round. That's how you know it's a coin. So that's how you can decipher whether it's just a piece of silver, like this is just a piece of silver. It has no dollar value on it, right? Now, this isn't a real one, but I'm just going to use it as an example. And then you get a Morgan or an Eagle, an ASC. This is a fake one, but you get an ASC, right? It has a dollar value on it. It says $1, right? So this makes it a coin because it has a dollar value. So coins are more collectible because they have coin collector value, right? So people will pay more for it even though it's just an ounce of silver for its collector value. Yes, of course, it is a full ounce of silver, just like the buffalo. That's why I showed the two of them as being 1 ounce of silver. So when people are stacking these, they're not stacking them because they're dollar coins. They're stacking them because they're an ounce of silver. Now, when you're talking about 90%, like Morgan's. This is $37 worth of melted silver in it, right? So maybe a little more because it's not slick, but not by much. Pennies. Yes, it is because it's fake. This has copper on the inside. Now you can get decorative rounds that are made by countries like Nui and Gibraltar and all those other ones, but they still have a dollar value, so they're a coin as well. But most people stack them for their silver value. Morgans, like most coins, or all coins, have a numismatic value. That's why people will pay more for them. Yes, they do have numismatic value. Especially ones that are in really good shape. Well, that's all fine and dandy, Richard, as long as you're willing to ruin a relationship you've been building for precious metals based on a potential disagreement over something that's very trivial. I'm sure you would, brother. Yes, that is true. 100%. And I'm sure your book taught you that. You guys, Raspberry bought a Stacker Bible, and she's already read it once, and I think she already read it again. Oh, well, that's good. Still, for me, that's kind of respect or not, I'd still not do that. I mean, me and my best friend have political views that are completely different. Deal's the deal. Talk precious metals and get your metals out of the way before you talk politics. Hmm. Nope. Me and my friend have been friends for over 25 years. I need a book before it was about canine travel. Oh, you read a book before it was about canine travel? Nice. I read quite a few books. I'm not to say I'm a reader, but I've read quite a few books. Well, that's good. The reading's good. I love to read too. Nice. Go, dog, go. Sweet. I don't have a dog, so. And if I ever travel with my dog, if we ever get one, they're just going to be in my car with me. That's funny. I can't have one or I would have one. I'm gone most of the day. Like, a dog would be completely neglected if it sat here all day long. So, I wouldn't do that to an animal. You think you got it figured out a bit? That's funny. I do what I can, Richard. I appreciate that. Yeah, Shakespeare, Stephen King, and then the Bible. That is a lot of our English, for sure. Oh, Mr. Edgar Allan. Oh, I'll get a dog when I retire, when I can spend more time with it. Yeah, for sure. I love dogs. I grew up with dogs. I had cats too. I raised hogs from the age of 9 to 15 so I could earn my school clothes money. So I've done quite a bit of things. When I was 7, I got my first axe. I've been chopping wood since I was a kid. I know how to start a fire. You know, I did all that stuff. Know how to use a firearm. I know how to. I can literally live if thrown in the middle of nowhere with just with a knife and a small pack, I can make something work. So, excuse me, man, my throat is itchy. In that case, you need two birds, Neil. That's funny. No, but I need to go get one. So give me 1 second. I gotta go get some water. I'll be right back, you guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Ah, you can't remember the time when I never had a pocket knife. That's the first thing. Yeah, dude, I've always had a knife in my pocket too. Okay, raspberry, you get around. I'm not quite sure what that means. Yeah, yes, in America, the bird is a hand gesture, and raspberry, I'm sure, knows that gesture as well. It's a pretty universal gesture. Cool. We didn't have anything loaded in the house that I was aware of when I was younger, but proper gun safety is always good. I guess the bird really has been the word. I guess it is, huh? Of course they do. They always work better loaded. Raspberry has actually been a big part of the community since she came on the scene. She 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 supports a lot of people. Pew Pew or 6 pound club. I'll choose Pew Pew. Yeah, of course. Yes, we have adopted her, haven't we, Cartier? She she's a great addition to the team. So so FG is gonna send me or send you a 3D printed sea turtle, Cartier. He's either gonna send it to me or he's gonna send it to you. But it looks right. I mean, I gotta send him some measurements, but I'm pretty sure it'll fit right in there, nice and perfect. No, FG sent me some. He sent me an email and asked me if I wanted him to print 3D print it to send to you. Yeah, so I just gotta measure this gap right here so it'll be just slightly smaller and fit inside. Yeah, do you think it'll be all right to pour? Do you think you can pour it? It is kind of retro looking, you know, not very traditional, but you know, it's different. But so is the copper coral. You know, I thought it was a pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait. Yeah, so I'm just gonna measure it and send it to him. I'm thinking we'll move Bob for a second here. Yeah, Richard, you know what you said the other night? Right. I'm thinking like this long and that wide. You know, what are you thinking? I'm thinking you don't want it to be too big. You want it to balance in there nice and well. So if it sits in there like that, it'll still be swimming over the top of it. I think that'll look good. Yes. So I'm gonna have a silver. Yeah, that's gonna be badass, man. Yeah, I'll get a measurement and send it over to him so he can send it. Of course, it is always nice when you find people with common interests, Raspberry. You are 100% accurate. Cannot say it more. And that will be a great base for the silver. He will when it pays off, Raspberry. That's the thing, is he will when it pays off. It's just going to take time. And I don't know about you guys, but Cartier, you were right about the lateral move, how it was going to stay flat. I mean, it's floating around $48 today. But yeah, good call on that. So silver's on sale, you guys. So if you're picking up, now's a good time to pick up. I pick up every week. It's a one-on-one personal relationship. Yes, it is. Well, you should just explain it like this. It's shiny. Women love shiny. Enough said. So yeah, this has got the queen on it. Cool little tenth. Why is my camera being stupid? Oh, that's awesome, Kings. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's awesome for you too, Raspberry. Yeah, those things are hot rods, so make sure you're not running people over. Putting them in the chair next to you. Yeah, 28 miles per hour is flying on 10-inch tires, bro. All right, you guys. It was a long day for Humble. I'm gonna hit. I think I'm tired. Had a long day. I'm gonna catch some Z's. I gotta message some people too. So I will catch you guys later. I'm gonna bounce. Yeah, Kings, you do need a helmet. Good night, you guys. I appreciate all you guys for stopping by. You all rock. By the way, this channel wouldn't be shit without you guys. I wouldn't do what I do if it wasn't for you. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to all of you guys later. Raspberry, hit me up. Cartier, I'll message you in a bit. Bye. Later, guys. Have a good night, Nick.